Hey guys, it's SoftCookie here for Massive Damage. We're the dev team behind Halcyon's 6-star base commander. And so with Lightspeed Edition around the corner, I just want to give you guys sort of like a quick rundown of all the major changes that you'll be seeing in the new Enhanced Edition. So let's get started. So I'm just going to start here by making a new officer so you can see the changes that we've added to the officer selection screen. As you see here, there are 3 main classes to choose from, and it's Science, Tactical, and Engineering. And so for Lightspeed Edition, what you'll see here, differently than a classic version, is that we have 3 unlockable prestige classes, and they are Chaos Theorist, Counselor, and Commando. And if you'll take a look down here, the Chaos Theorist skills, mostly they focus on deflecting and reflecting enemy damage. And one of the other skills, Dark Matter Storm, it also inflicts crew panic, which really works well with the Science class. And now moving on to the Counselor class, these skills here either buff your fleet or debuff the enemy fleet. And the thing I like about the Counselor Prestige class is that you can play these skills at the beginning of your turn and then play your space combat power after, because it doesn't take 1 full turn to deploy. So I kind of like that. It kind of buffs your whole squad before you attack. And now if you don't want to start with any of these officers, you can actually click on the expanded officer list here. It opens up a giant list of other custom officers that you can choose from. So let's see here. I usually like, I think my favorite, yeah, I really like the cat ears person. Okay, so earlier I mentioned that each of the 3 classes have 2 subclasses. So for Tactical, you have Operative and Strategist. And for Engineering, you have Inventor and Mechanic. And for Science, you have Biologist and Physicist. And after, when you decide to pick out a class, click on Next. Then now you can pick your officer's unlockable epic power. Usually, I like picking Hissler's Ague. Go to Next, and then check out your officer, all the stats, it checks out, and then you can click Confirm. Alright, now if you notice here, you have 21 skill points at level 15, and you can start putting in your points. And now you'll notice a lot of the combat powers for space and ground, and also stats can be modified within a single skill point depending on what you pick. Whereas before, I think speccing into powers were more restrictive. When you get to level 7, you'll be able to also unlock your epic power. And also, you can go one of 2 paths. So you can either take the advanced scientist training, or you can go the counselor route. And of course I want to go the counselor route, so I'm going to click on upgrade. And you see immediately it just cancels out this path, so you're unable to choose it. So yep, that's just the general overview of one of the 3 prestige classes. And now moving on to ship construction. So we redesigned the interface for the ship construction screen a little bit just to make information a lot easier to read for our players. And we also added a ship queue window at the bottom left here so that our players can easily access and track their ship construction progress. Yep, so I'm just going to build a ship really quickly just to show you guys how it'll look like on the ship queue. And at any time, if you click back to the screen, it'll automatically show how much time you have left at the bottom left corner. Yay, it's done! And now the next step would be to show you guys some of the ship loadout configurations and also how to prepare for combat. And now with the ship loadout configuration, in Starbase Commander, you were only able to change this when you were at the Starbase, but now you can actually change the configuration anywhere, at any time before combat. And also keep in mind that all healing and repair powers are now based per mission. And to simply refresh this, all you have to do is just return to the Starbase, and they'll be refreshed for the next mission. Yep, so I'm just going to start the fight here and show you guys some of the Chaos Theorist moves. So I'm just going to pick the Reflective Shield here just to shield my Science guy from any incoming damage. Damn it. Okay, well I'm just giving you guys a quick view of how the Counselor skill works. So Meditation Boost basically gives my guys sort of like a buff to aim and also a buff to evasion as well. Then after that I can play a secondary space combat skill. And so yeah, all in all, we basically reduced the total campaign grind and length by greatly reducing a lot of the costs for unlocking tech and research, and also we reduced a lot of the costs and build times for building starbase rooms and ships as well. And not only that, but we also reduced the number of materials that you would need to build certain things. We also lowered the officer level restrictions for deploying satellite drones. And basically, we kind of made a lot of tweaks within the game that basically ensured that gameplay would be more smooth without losing the rich content that we have for it right now. And in regards to other officer-related tweaks, we also reduced the XP requirements for higher levels, and we also reduced costs for unlocking additional officer slots. So this way you can assemble and build your team as quick as possible to progress through the game. So overall, the campaign should take a much shorter time to complete, approximately down to 12 to 15 hours instead of the 20 to 25. But like, we didn't remove any content, it was just that we adjusted the overall progression and the gameplay flow just to be faster so that it's less grindy. So yeah, these are some of the highlights of the major changes that you'll be seeing in Halcyon 6. Of course, there are a lot more, but if you visit our Steam page or our site, you can read all the detailed notes there, and I'll include links in the description below so that you can kind of check it out in your own time. Meanwhile, we'll also be providing mod support and localization, and also ports to other platforms in the future, so stay tuned.